loves, and welcome to my bathroom. Oh, I didn't even mean to do this, but it just happened that way. A lot of you have been asking for me to show you how I cut my bangs, and they need a major trim right now because they've grown like so fast, so quickly. So I figured I just jumped out of the shower, I might as well just film it while I'm cutting them because I was going to cut it anyway. I always like to have my turvy twisty on for a little bit just so that they're not sopping wet. Otherwise I feel like it's too wet and then I can't cut it good. Now I want to make a disclaimer here. If you hear dripping, our toilet is running for some strange reason. Oh, I think it just stopped. I always recommend going to a salon to get your hair cut or bangs cut or anything. Just because they know what they're doing and then you won't have a boo-boo at home. But usually if you go to a salon, bang trims are free or they're like $5. You can always ask your stylist. We always used to do it when I used to work at a salon. We always did the bang trims for free, just in between like colors or cuts or whatever. So always check with your stylist to see if you can get them for free. Also, I think you can always just go in and it's like literally $5 or $10. It's really not that much if you just need a bang trim. So keep that in mind. Also, the scissors that I use are actually like professional shears. Where are they? Actually, that's a good question. So they're actually like hair cutting scissors for professionals. So also want to point that out as well. I also like to use thinning shears, which look like this. They have like little notches here so that they cut like one out of so many hairs so that they just kind of thin it out to make it a little bit more piecey. So I will show you exactly how I do it. Again, I don't recommend doing this at home if you don't know what you're doing, but just in case you decide you want to anyway, at least now you kind of have an idea. So I normally just comb out my hair and then you want to find out where your part is. So let's comb this bad boy out. I just caught my earring. That's not good. And my hair is like super snarly today for some reason. So basically you just want to like part it where you normally would part it. That way you know. Sometimes people like to do it straight from the middle. I like to do it this way for me, just because I pretty much always part like this, at least for my bangs I do. And this is the way they work out the best for me. So I part it right there. You can already kind of see where my bangs are. So usually what I do is I grab a little bit of a triangle. And I think I got just a tiny bit too much. Okay, so, and then I just comb this back. And then same on the other side. This piece is like, we'll keep that part away. Okay, so what I like to do is comb it straight down and then I just hold it out, basically straight out, just from like my scalp. Grab the whole thing and pull it straight out like this. By doing this, if I can grab the whole thing, that would be nice. By doing this, it's going to make it so that the sides, because you're pulling it out, they're going to go kind of rounded. They'll be longer and then the middle will be a little bit shorter so that you don't have that straight across chopped bang. Now if you want straight across chopped bang, then obviously don't do this, but this is how I do it. So I pull it, I hold it straight out and then I basically just look and just start pointing like this. I don't like to cut it like this because then it gives a really blunt line and you can see every little boo-boo. So if you kind of just plunk it in like this, really, really gently, then it just gives it that kind of softer, like more feathery look. And then I think that was not supposed to be in here. Let's keep that away. Goodbye, friend. And then if you drop it, just do the same thing, hold it straight out. And then just kind of point. And then I basically just do that until I get the length that I like. And then what I'll... Just when you think you're filming, your battery dies. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. So then I comb it down, and you can kind of see how it just slightly curves around like this. Now then what I usually do is, because I like to kind of wear them over to the side, I pull them out again, and then I just start cutting into this just a little bit more so that it kind of creates that angle, and so that it's not so like in my eyes for that part. So that when I brush them over, you can see how that kind of just goes from short to long. So then I usually just grab a little bit more, hold it up. It's just all about going back and checking and cutting more. Don't be afraid to like keep on going back and checking, because you can't add hair, but you can always take more off. That's my motto. I like to keep it so that it's just a little bit below my eyebrows, because it will shrink up. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off. So I'm basically just kind of creating a little bit shorter in the very middle, and then longer on the sides, so that they create that nice kind of shaped bang. Now, so I've got the length that I want. The next thing that I do is just start grabbing like the end bits, and I basically get my shears like this, the thinning shears, and I just kind of give them a little trim at the ends so that they get that nice piecey look. That way they're not so heavy, and they kind of just give you that real like kind of modern, like, oh, it's so flowy and delightful. It just really lightens them up, especially if you have heavy hair and they're like, you know, just lying flat, and you just feel like, God, I'm such a boob. Then they make it just gives it that really nice piecey look, honestly. So I'm just going to take a little bit more off these sides, because I don't want them to be too long and stab me in my eyeball. Okay, so that, let's check the other side, is basically all that I do, and I will show you how I blow dry them afterwards. And I've got hair everywhere and hair all over my cupboard. This is the blow dryer I use. It's by TI Creative Styling. It's pink, in case you hadn't noticed. It's amazing, and I love it, and it's really strong, and I've been using it forever, and it's just the best. So I usually put it on the full speed, lowest, or the highest speed, medium heat, because I don't want to burn my nose. So I do that until they're like pretty much all the way dry. And then the last little bit, I get a round brush like this. This is just by Babyliss Pro Ceramic. And then I round brush. And that is how I cut my bangs. So you can see it just kind of gives it that like little bit of like piecier, like more of a piecey bang, rather than just like, whoa, like, ooh. I mean, that's nice too, but you know, this is how I like mine. And that way it kind of, you can do a full bang, or you can push more over to the side if you like. If you want it to be even more piecey, you can always just add like a gloss or kind of some kind of wax, any kind of like hair oil, and then just kind of rub. What I used to do, my hair naturally just kind of from my forehead gets piecey like within a couple hours. But if you don't, then you can always just rub the ends, kind of roll them together like this with your wax or your pomade or your gloss, and just grab the little ends and just kind of twist them in like this, and then it'll give you that really piecey look. So that's how I do it. I hope that you guys like it. I probably didn't even take enough off, honestly. See, but you can always go back and cut more if you like, but actually I think it's gonna be okay. I like kind of a longer bang. So there you go. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that I've explained it decent enough. If not, sorry, at least you got to see me do it. Okay, bye!